Hello everyone, we are between Helix and Hell, and today I have a somewhat different video for you guys. This is going to be a renovation video of the Daisy Hovel plot in The Sims 4. It's a starter home that's already in the game, and I thought this could use a renovation, so that's what I did. I have to warn you though, when I'm done with this renovation, the lot looks nothing like what we started with. But it turns out really pretty, I think. It's going to be kind of a contemporary home. But yeah, it's nice. It's very different than what we started with. But after all, what we started with isn't really nice. So yeah, we're just doing that. So here you can see that I extended the house a bit. I built some additional rooms to the sides, and I'm adding those large windows because I thought this house could use some more light because it was very dark. I had a bit of a struggle with what windows I wanted to put into this. I chose to go with these large glass ones because these are my favorite windows, and whenever I'm building something contemporary I tend to use those because they give a very nice light effect to the house. So yeah, just putting those everywhere. Still struggling with that word. Yes, I'm sorry, you have to bear with me. And now I'm just removing everything in the house and building some balcony. I always forget a word for that, but a foundation, yes, thank you. Building the foundation for the house, and I'm also adding a pool. Yeah, this house isn't actually a starter home anymore. I'm sorry for that if that was what you're hoping for, but no, I just wanted to make this house more pretty, and I felt like building, but I hadn't enough inspiration to do my own house, so I thought I would take a house that already existed and made something out of it myself. So yeah. Just adding some light holes. I don't know if there's an official term for that, but to add some light to the front of the house, the front porch. Yeah. What did we do next? I think we are going to make some rooms on top of the building. Oh yeah, I tried to make a kind of a bridge above the pool, but that didn't look nice. And I thought it was kind of strange that the pool extended that much into the garden because we didn't have anything else there. So I added a little window to isolate the pool a bit, I guess. I actually stole this idea from the Licorice. You probably know her. She has really cool builds, so I just stole this idea. I'm sorry. But it's so cool. And I also tried to make kind of a fence by using the smaller windows, but I didn't thought that was nice, so I removed one and kept the other, I think, in the end. Yeah, we tried to put a little one, but that doesn't work out as well, unfortunately. Yeah, so here I'm going to build the rooms on top of the house. I'm going to build 2 rooms, both kind of cubicle rooms, but together it gives a really playful effect, so I went for that. And in this room I use a lot of windows. I wanted to make this the kind of sunny room, and this is going to be a bedroom, so that's very cool, I think, because when you're in bed you can see all around you, and yeah, especially at night I imagine you can see all the stars in the sky, if you don't close your curtains, of course. And the other one has only a few windows, and that was because I wanted to make this into a bathroom, but eventually we're not doing that. But yeah, that one is kind of dark and the other is very bright. Nice contrast. I had no idea what to do with the roof. At first I thought maybe I should do roofing like the original house, but that turned out really weird. You can see me struggling with it a bit. So I went for those separate roof parts, all facing in the same direction. And I added some windows to that. You will see me do that in a minute. But first I was struggling with how the roofing should go and how high it should be, because I wasn't sure if I was liking it. So I kept it for the time, just to see if I came up with a better idea, but eventually I really like it, so we're keeping this. And you can see me add some windows to the line of the roof, and that's pretty cool as well. But it only worked with the first roof part. I don't know why, but you know, we kept it like that, and no big deal. It's not going to provide any light anyway, it's just for fun. So I'm adding a fence there, so the sim can have a bit of a balcony. I think I forgot to put a door there, but you can always add one in later, because this house will of course be for download once I'm finished. So just figuring out the wallpaper of this house. I have the feeling I always stick with the same wallpaper in Sims 4 because I really love the stone and the wood together. Yeah, because the stone is very rough, very industrial looking, and the wood is kinda, well, more feminine, more fine, so those two go really well together, I think. But this house had the wood originally, so I had to keep that, and then the stone came in. Yeah, I couldn't stop myself. So figuring out where the stairs will be, they are right next to the front door, so you can go up right when you come in. And we're going to put a TV underneath it. I'm making the walls a solid whitish blue, bluish white color. Yeah, because I wanted to make this house light. I've also chosen a very light floorboard actually. I really love dark floorboards, but they tend to make rooms very dark, and I wanted to do that in my own studio apartment. But my father said that it would be very dark, and he was right, so yeah, now I have light floorboards in my own home, and I grew to love it. So I did it here as well, and it looks very nice here as well. And that's also because I've added the windows. Behind that is going to be the kitchen area. So you can see through all of the walls, and it makes the house kind of open, and yeah, it feels like after the renovation I've really opened up this house, so that's nice. I had a bit of difficulty with choosing the color for this house. Whenever I'm building, I have the feeling that I always use the turquoise color or the lime green, and I wanted to do something different, but I don't like a lot of other colors, to be honest. I strongly dislike yellow, although sometimes it works. I used a bit of yellow in the bathroom in this house as well, but eventually I settled for the eggplant kind of purple, and yeah, that worked. I really like that. So yeah, I have a couch in that color. Oh, you see me try here to make an L-shaped couch, but that didn't work out, unfortunately. Yeah, it was too glitchy, but it would be really cool if the sim gurus added those in the game. Because I see a lot of people trying to make some of their own L-shaped couches, and everyone likes that, and you can sit in the corner, so cozy, so it would be nice if they added that in the game. But here you can see me putting the TV under the stairs and adding some of these industrial looking lamps, which I really like. So what are we doing next? Oh yeah, we're doing some space for your coat with some shoe racks underneath it. And I'm doing some shelves with a few knickknacks on it. But the game keeps deleting those, so that's really frustrating. I don't know if in the end I kept it, but yeah, the game kept deleting those, so it was very frustrating. I had a lot of problems in this build, or renovation if you will, with placing the objects, because the game kept deleting everything I placed, and that's so frustrating because I lifted all of it up with the 9 key, so every time it was removed I had to go over all of that again and checking if it wasn't floating above the ceiling, above the shelves I mean. So yeah, but eventually this house turned out really nice, so no complaints about that. Just figuring out what to do next. Oh yeah, I'm putting up some curtains. I go with those very simple curtains in a solid white, I think. Yeah, those ones. Kind of a cream color. And these are actually one of the only curtains I do like in this game, because I think a lot of the curtains are very big and voluminous, and yeah, they pull all the attention towards themselves, and that's not a good thing. Curtains should be light, in my opinion, so I always end up using these curtains, but that's okay. So my camera wasn't listening to me in that part. But here I'm adding some bookshelves and a few cabinets above that to give it a playful look. Yeah, I'm really happy about how that turned out. And on the cabinets between the bookcases I'm going to lift up a lamp and some flowers. Because those are not counters, those are shelves. Well, cabinets actually, so you can't place anything on top of it, but just using all the cheats to make it happen. And then I was thinking what I could do with this nook over here. This was a difficult one, because I wanted to place a table, but that was not working nice with the windows, I thought. So I ended up putting those bench thingy over there with just some more flowers, and I think we're going to put a rug. Yeah, there we go. So this is just a very simple light area where you can read a book or something, and that's nice because there are large windows, so it gives it a nice and light effect. On this purple wall over here we're putting some more shelves. I have the feeling that I didn't put much paintings into this house, not as much as I usually would. I used a lot of shelves and other stuff, but that's nice for a change. So I'm putting that painting on top of the shelf to make it look like it's standing on top of it. And then just using the same clutter over and over again to make it look kind of alive. Because whenever you put nothing on it, it's kind of dull, and yeah. I always like it if homes aren't perfect, if there's some mismatching items and clutter everywhere, because that's realistic, and if you don't do that it looks like there's no one living in it. And well, a house is supposed to be living in, so yeah. For the kitchen here I used the cabinets from the culinary career, which I unlocked with the career unlock cheat. I have no idea what it is. I always forget it's kind of a long cheat. I have to look it up myself whenever I use it. But you can easily find it. So I'm putting some cabinets above it. There are actually no matching cabinets. That's kind of frustrating, I think. Oh, and this piece of cabinet was just a pain in the ass, because it wouldn't let me place it in the good way. it just, no, whenever I try to put it into the position, it just loop, it changed shape. So I think this took me a solid 5 minutes. Now you see it's sped up, and it's kind of funny, but whenever I was trying to do this I was like, really game, are you really gonna let me do this? But I won. I didn't give up and I won. So that's it for the kitchen. I think I put in some more knives and little things like that. Yeah. Oh, and I've changed the wall to blue, yes. I was just saying, whenever I build a house I always make it this kind of turquoise color, but you see me do it here. I did it again, I'm sorry. But it's nice, you have to admit it, it looks nice. So yeah, I made the floor line up with the kitchen. And then I wanted to make a tiny dining area that didn't take up too much space. So I put this here with glass table and the glass chairs, which are lovely, and a bench that matches the colors of the kitchen. You can't use the bench, but you can easily replace it by the same chairs, and then you can have 4 Sims sitting on on this dining table. But this house is made for 2 Sims. I think there's only 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. So yeah, of course if your Sims have kids, you can always extend it. There's a lot of ground left to build on. But it's just, yeah, the original idea was a starter home, so I stayed with that original idea. Yeah, so you only need 2 chairs, of course, but you can always add more. And that's nice because I always like to extend the house as I play. I'm not really someone who builds completely new houses. I just add rooms and change the shape and have fun with renovations. So this room over here is going to be artist studio with a painting easel and all of the stuff that I unlocked from the career unlock cheat. Yeah, so I used all the things that you get when you are in the painting career. Although in this room as well, a lot of things get deleted, so it's very frustrating because I just wanted to make a kind of organized, messy painting room, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I think I'm going to put those empty canvases. Oh yeah, I also use the already painted canvases. And I like the dark wall with this and the dark flooring because it's, yeah, kind of a creative space. And although it makes the room darker and more cluttered, I think it actually works in this room. So I'm adding some shelves above it all to put on some more clutter. And this is the stuff that's getting deleted. You will see me replace some in a minute, but yeah, I just put some beauty products because I thought they could look like paint bottles. They could be paint bottles. And some tissues and a few boxes with art supplies. Oh, and for the painting I used that coral painting. That's also a career unlock painting. And this is my favorite painting in the game because it's very bright and also my favorite color blue. Yeah, it's kind of rainbowy, very, very beautiful. And I also used the woodworking table thing. So here I'm trying again to make a fence around the pool, but nothing really worked, so I thought I'll handle that later, and I never came back to it, I think. But it looks nice as it is. I am content with what I did. You saw me lifting up the pool stairs to make it look like you can go into the pool from the... I forget the word again, seriously. Oh, you know what I mean. But that doesn't actually work, but it looks nice. So this big room is going to be a bathroom, and it's the only bathroom in the house, but it's a very big one. And I have the feeling I should say that because I always have the feeling that people in the United States have multiple bedrooms, and like all of them, because whenever I'm reading books that take place in the United States, bathrooms have, well, every bedroom has their own bathroom, or there are at least 2 bathrooms in every house. Well, in the Netherlands it's common that there's only 1. Yeah, only in very big houses there are more than 1 bathroom. What we do have is separate toilets, but yeah, there's only 1 toilet. So here you can see I'm adding in the yellow. And I know it looks horrible with that blue wall, but I will be changing that, don't worry about that. You will see that in a minute. So yeah, but I actually added those towel racks that are in the game that are blue and orange. Blue and yellow, I mean. And I've never used those before because it's such a strange color combination. And it used to upset me actually, because in what kind of room can you use those things? Well, in this room. I built a room because I wanted to use them because, yeah, they're kinda nice, but they don't match anywhere. Yeah, I will put in some more lights, there we go. And I've added the shower because I thought this room needed it. So yeah, oh, and the tree, I love that tree. I know it's meant to be a children's decorative item, but I would definitely put it in my room. Okay, so we're up to the upstairs now, and this was supposed to be a bathroom, as I think I already said it. But the plans changed because I thought there's only one bedroom, why would I make another bathroom? So this, I had no idea what to do with this space actually, so it turns out to be kind of a strange piano chess playing green room. Yeah, it's weird, but it's nice weird. It's a nice kind of weird. So I love grand pianos, so I rarely use them because I always forget to put them in and then there's no space left. But here it fitted, so yeah, I put it just because I can. I don't play the piano, but my boyfriend does, and my sisters both play the piano, so I love pianos and they look so sophisticated and nice. So that's that room, and now onto the bedroom. Just choosing a bed here. I go for a dark peel brown bed. Yeah, I love that colors. And I put it in the middle of the room because that gives you the feeling of space and you can look out in every direction. Whenever I love this room, on the one side I really want to have a room like this, but on the other side it would be horrible because whenever you have all those open glass windows at night, I would be scared as fuck because you don't know who's watching you. And I have watched too many bad crime scene series in my life to not think about being murdered. Whenever I really want to have a room like that, but then only with metal sliding things that slide over your rooms at night so you can feel safe. I actually have those large windows, but I live on the 4th floor now in an apartment, so if a burglar is gonna break in on the 4th floor, then, well, yeah, okay, nothing to do about that. So yeah, okay, so here I'm just changing the color of the roof and the lighting of the roofing, and now we move on to the landscaping because it needed some landscaping because the garden was kind of dead. And I think The Sims did a very great job with that because this was before I came in, kind of a cheap house with a cheap garden, and yeah, the whole feel of that was done really well. But yeah, here I'm adding some dirt and some plants, and the front yard I'm doing again. And just those few plants make it look so much brighter and more alive. And those lavender plants are my favorite plants in the whole world. In the whole game, I mean. I like them in real life, but in this game they're just such a nice color of purple, and I know how they smell really nice, and whenever I use them in building, they make the lot look much more colorful without making it look too feminine and too, well, old-fashioned. It's just very nice. I really like it. But we're almost done now, and I think, yes, this is the before shot of the lot, how it was before I came in, and this is how it is now. So you almost can't recognize it, I am aware, but it turned out really nice, and yeah, I'm very happy with how it turned out. So this is just a 360 shot of the house from all the sides with all the glass, and nice. And the front door. This is the living room with a nice industrial lamp. I think it looks cozy. It's small, but it looks cozy. I'm very happy with it. And you can look into the kitchen. It's a very open look. You can also see the backyard whenever you step through the front door, so really nice. And I like how I placed those cabinets. So this is the room where the curtain got removed from, I see. Oh well, the artist studio. And this is the bathroom with the toilet and the yellow things. Yeah, I think the yellow works in this case. I'm happy with it. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is the upstairs area. It looks better in the pictures than it looked when I was building it, so I hope you like it. And this is the bedroom, and it's just really nice. But thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.